Today's question is about yoga for high blood pressure. Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa West, and welcome to Living Your Yoga. Today we have a question from Mary from the membership site. And as always, if you're a member, you get to ask your questions and have them answered right away. It's just that this is an older question that now I'm filming an answer for. So Mary got an answer right away when she asked it in the Ask Melissa section of the membership site. And she says, any suggestions for yoga for high blood pressure? So as always, I am a PhD in communications and cultural studies and not a medical doctor. So if you have high blood pressure, you need to see your medical doctor and get permission from your medical doctor to see if it's okay for you to practice yoga and what your medical doctor's recommendations are for you with regards to starting any kind of movement and exercise and what's best for you. But here's what I found when I did my research. There have been studies that show that yoga has a positive effect on hypertension. Studies have shown that people who practice yoga a few times a week are able to lower their blood pressure. In the study, researchers led by Dr. Debbie Cohen of the University of Pennsylvania tracked 58 women and men aged 38 to 62 for 6 months. Those doing yoga 2 to 3 times a week saw an average drop in blood pressure readings from 133 over 80 to 130 over 77, the researchers said, and I will link to the study in my show notes. Another study done at the Faculty of Medicine at University of Duisburg-Essen in Essen, Germany, Cramer and his colleagues combined the results of 7 previous studies that included 452 patients. In each of those studies, people with high or borderline high blood pressure were randomly assigned to practice yoga for at least 8 weeks or to get usual blood pressure care or another type of treatment instead. So they had 3 different control groups. The research found that on average, yoga, so the yoga group, reduced systolic blood pressure, that's the top number in a blood pressure reading, by 10 mmHg, and a diastolic blood pressure, the bottom number, by 7 mmHg compared to usual care. And again, I'll link to that study in the show notes if you want to look into that more. So the reason why yoga can be helpful for those who suffer from hypertension is because it gives your sympathetic nervous system, and that's this nervous system that's involved in your stress response, your fight or flight, we call it, a break. It slows your heart rate down, and it teaches your mind and body to relax deeply. The long and slow deep breathing that you do during yoga also helps to lower your blood pressure. So practicing cooling, calming, and quieting poses like the yin style poses is extremely beneficial to those who have hypertension. So the style of yoga that we practice with Namaste Yoga, the Hatha style practice with the long holds and slow breathing, as opposed to a more vinyasa style or ashtanga style of practice, is really great for those who have hypertension or high blood pressure, because it has a relaxing effect on your whole body and mind. So today we're going to practice a pose, a supported shoulder stand with your body on a bolster and blocks, and your head and shoulders off the bolster and blocks. So this supported shoulder stand is going to have an incredibly restorative effect on your whole body. So the way that this works is you're going to set up your bolster and then your blocks, and actually I would have liked to have had a folded blanket here too to extend this a little bit more. And then you're going to get your whole body onto your bolster so that just your shoulders and head are off it. So your shoulders should be completely relaxed on the ground here. And you could set up blankets or a sleeping bag, or you can rig pillows or props, whatever you have at home, to make this work too. And then you could rest here for 10 minutes. This will have a very calming effect on your whole body. And And then you're going to come off carefully. Probably the best way would be just to roll to your side to come off of that. Just trying to find there it is all the way over there, my mic pack. Okay. So I also want to recommend some classes, excuse me, that will be great for relieving hypertension. Namaste Yoga 192 for stress relief and relaxation is a great class, a free one that would be great for high blood pressure and hypertension. Again, once you have your doctor's okay and once you know what's contraindicated for your specific condition, I'll link to that in the show notes. Also, Yoga for Anxiety is a great class. You can get that in our store. It's also on our membership site. Yoga for Grounding, again, it's in our store and on our membership site. Restorative Yoga, I've linked to our free restorative yoga videos in the show notes. Also, we have some restorative yoga classes that are exclusive to our membership site, which I've linked to in the show notes as well. So there's Waning to the Dark Moon on our membership site, Yoga for Adrenal Fatigue, which is a membership site exclusive, and a short restorative yoga class, which is part of a winter series that is exclusive to our membership site. And those are the classes that I have recommended today for high blood pressure and hypertension. So thanks so much for a great question, Mary. Leave your comments, questions, insights, and awarenesses below. If you have had experience with yoga helping you with your hypertension numbers, I would love to hear about that. We did a previous blog post on yoga and COPD, and people sent me great posts and speak pipes about how yoga has helped them with their numbers on that. And it's just great when you share your numbers with me, because then I can share it with all of you. And it's great hearing how yoga has positively impacted your health and specific health conditions. So thanks so much for that and for a great question. And I'll see you next time. Namaste.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.